Welcome to the Corporate Chair, your educative and informative program about the world of work and issues around human resource management. In the chair today, we have Mrs. Amma Benneh-Amponsah, HR Executive of MTN Ghana, delving in on employer branding, setting the performance objective, and finding the perfect fit for your organization. Let's take a listen.
I think an employer brand is mainly what your employees say about you first, before outsiders say about you, and the pride that employees have in the organization permeates everywhere. You know, every employee, even if it's coming from a family of 5 people, is projecting an employer brand that impacts 5 people out there. What we've deliberately done about our employer brand is showcase what we do well internally. And by saying that, what I mean is, first and foremost, you don't take for granted what it takes to create a great place to work, because that's the only way you can showcase it internally. Do you have the right technology for people to work? Okay, or the right, when people come to work and you are in, let's say, an HROD space, does the person have the right tools to work? That is one. So ensuring that people are equipped to work. The second thing that we don't take for granted is fostering a culture that makes people want to come to work and want to enjoy their workspaces. That's very important. And from for the cultural side, I could go from even the look and feel of our organization. How does the environment look like? To things that are basic needs for employees. Why should your employee come to work and want to leave in the afternoon to go to Makola to buy something? It's mainly because the person has a need at home. So if you can have something in-house to accommodate that, why don't you do it? So basic things like having even a shopping platform in-house. These are things that we do to create those sort of needs for employees. And last but not the least, treating your employees as human beings. I think that's the H in human resources, isn't it? And, you know, treating people the way you would want to be treated. First and foremost, your interview assessment forms should be you should be deliberate about them and whatever you want. Every role that you apply for in this organization, we have a clear, defined outline of who we want to see. Okay, and I keep saying that HR job is a very artistic job. Okay, it's like you are sitting there and you are sculpting, trying to do a sculpture, and you don't have the end in mind, but you know exactly how you want it to end up as. And I think that deliberate approach we could mend is what I would encourage practitioners to have. Okay, it's knowing exactly the profile and the profile, I don't mean dark, fair, long hair, male, female. Okay, and that is why discrimination even in the environment is bad. A profile, I mean, what sort of fit do you want to a specific role? In terms of performance and performance improvement, what I would say is that once again, performance starts off, or challenges in performance start off when the performance contracting, or I don't even want to go the formal way. When you're setting expectations, I think line managers need to be deliberate about expectations around performance. What we do here is that company-wide we agree certain targets and these are cascaded down. But when I'm cascading these targets, it shouldn't be about me sitting there and giving off targets to people. I sit with you and say, Ravina, we are supposed to attain A, B, C, D, E, F. From your side, you have to give me A, B, C. From this other side, I have to get E, and F. How are we going to do this? So it's jointly discussed. Okay, it's jointly discussed. And what I realized that when it's done right, employees themselves even stretch themselves further. Because I may say that we need to achieve a culture score of 50%. But the person handling that side of the business will say, we'll do 70 because that would even get us in a better position. Okay, so that is the first gap that I see, where the contracting or the expectation management or setting the targets is done from an absolute point of view. You have the problems that you end up having. Also, when the contracting is done, it shouldn't be sitting somewhere on somebody's laptop. It should be discussed. It shouldn't be an ongoing thing. We don't believe in MTN that performance is something that you do and end of the year you come and assess people. Every day we assess in performance. Okay, so you have weekly team meetings that tells you this is progress to date. You have monthly sessions, and even at the higher organizational level, there are weekly sessions all the way to monthly sessions. Okay, that track performance at that level. But there's an organization that is tracking performance by the minute. I'll tell you. That's the level of detail that performance is tracked at. Okay, when this is being done, what happens from the people side is you identify who is struggling early. So if an employee is struggling, then you as the line manager, the onus is on you to equip the person to become better. So is it a training issue? Is it a coaching issue? Is it a shadowing issue? Is it a rotation that will help the person build a particular skill to be better? You go through that. So by the time you get to mid-year, a struggling employee knows they've not done their part. Okay, so mid-year we have a formal dialogue once again, then we continue to year end. What I would say is that normally by the time you hit October, November, people know themselves. Some don't wait for you to tell them they are struggling and they leave themselves.
There you have it. Here are some points to note. Create the right environment for people to work. Equip employees to be better. Foster a culture of productivity. Treat employees as human beings. And of course, be deliberate about recruitment.